Supreme Court's 30% quota for women in Bar Council, a judicial jolt to the old boys club amid fears of backlash and tokenism. In a watershed moment of gender equity within India's legal fraternity, the Supreme Court on Monday directed that 30% of seats in all state bar council be reserved for women, marking one of the most significant structural intervention in the profession's governance. The order, hailed as a historical correction, comes against the backdrop of decades-long underrepresentation, where women constitute barely 2% of elected council members across India. Yet, as jubilation spreads across segments of bar, murmurs of apprehension accompany the celebration. Experts warn of institutional resistance, implementation delays, tokenistic co option, and an impending backlash framed as reservation bias. The Supreme Court's directive was rooted in petitions by women advocates demanding compulsory representation under the Advocates Act 1961, the law that established state bar councils as statutory regulators entrusted with licensing, professional standards, disciplinary oversight, and legal education. She described litigation as unwelcoming and exclusionary and insisted that only women in decision making seats can disrupt the cycle of attrition. Yet she cautioned reservation is a crutch, not a cure. The real solution is a cultural and systematic shift. Where the challenges lie, practical hurdles on the ground. Advocate Miriam Fozia Rahman, instrumental in seeking reservation at the Delhi High Court Bar Association, emphasized that transition friction is inevitable. The ruling marks a seismic shift, but its success depends entirely on execution. Will bar councils comply without delay? Will co option become a genuine support mechanism or a low fee for manipulation? Will women be empowered or merely positioned? As Mahalakshmi Pavani poignantly remarked, the court has handed us the key, now the locks of the old boys club must be open. The coming months and the 2026 deadline will reveal whether India's legal institutions are prepared to embrace an inclusive future or whether they will retreat into procedural evasions and power preserving tactics. Either way, the Supreme Court has signaled a clear message. The era of passive inclusion is over. Institutional parity is now a constitutional imperative.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.